What's going on, people? It's Mr. back again with a preview. I hope everyone's fit and well. Yes, it's a preview time. Nottingham Forest are on the channels yet again, and this time we head to London to play another relegation battle against Wycombe. I've got a special guest in Wycombe fan Johnny. He's from the Wanderers. In 2 minutes, we'll bring him in. So, people in the comment section, what do you think the score will be? Before I bring Johnny in, let's talk about the game on Tuesday against Coventry City. A massive win, another massive win that we needed. Well deserved win. I know, like I said, we conceded earlier on, but then it's the first time this season we've come back to win. So I think that's the good thing about that win. But we go to Wycombe on tomorrow. A team that I was really impressed with. Well, even if we did beat them 2-0. But it is another tough game. So people in the comment section, what do you think the score will be? Before I bring Johnny in, if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button, like as well, and if you want any comments towards me and Johnny, you can. But yeah, I'll bring Johnny in now. How you doing, Johnny?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine, how are you?
Yeah, not bad, thanks. Yeah, not bad.
So let's talk about our last game where we beat you 2-0. What was your opinion about it?
Yeah, it was just one of those where just the better team won. I don't think we played that badly, but as we found a lot this season, it's just that bit of extra quality that we're just not quite at the same level as a lot of these teams, and we can match anyone for effort, endeavour, fitness, but it's that little bit of quality that you had that day and we didn't. It's just one of those things. Yeah, we didn't come away from it feeling that sore about it. It was, the best team won, and that's fine.
Like I said, when I remember the game, like I said, we went 1-0 up with Loud Taylor, and then I think like second half he brought like a friendly one. I think he changed the game a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those players that I think especially from the outside looking in, he seems so limited. But what he does so well that he can cause problems for any defence. Even when we've played Premier League teams in the FA Cup and brought him on, he's caused problems. He does have his limitations, obviously, and he's 38 now. But he's so unique. He's such a unique problem for defenders that he's a huge part of what we've done over the last few years. He's playing less and less now, but he's still a threat, and we can bring him on and he can cause havoc on a good day.
Johnny, can you just turn a little bit? I can't hear that well.
Sure. Yeah. Is that any better?
A little bit.
I'll just shout.
Yeah. So current form. How you been doing that?
Yeah, not that great. We lost. So we played in the FA Cup at third round against Preston. Fantastic performance. Played really well. 3-0 up within about half an hour. Won the game 4-1. We were really excited taking that form into the league, and then we had a coronavirus outbreak within the squad. So we then didn't play for 2 weeks. Then played our fourth round game against Spurs, and you saw the players that they hadn't been able to train. I think they'd had one training session the day before that game, and we held Spurs to 1-0 until the last 5 minutes, and ended up losing 4-1, and you just saw the legs went. Then we played Brentford, went in at 2-2 at half time, and then again second half the legs went, and we ended up losing. What was it? 7-2.
Yeah, 7-2.
7-2. Yeah. So there are fitness issues, and then on Tuesday night we played Birmingham, which was a big game for us in terms of that these are the sort of teams we're looking to try and gun down, and it was I can't there are no words in the English language to say how dreadful the game was. Two really bad teams, and that was a 0-0 draw. So current form isn't great, but we are going into a set of games now where not that we're playing bad teams, but we're playing the teams that are also not having great seasons. So, like I said, whilst we're not on the same level as teams like Birmingham and Forest and what have you, at the same time, these are the teams that we've got to try and get something from if we're going to pull ourselves out. So, yeah, current form's pretty bad, but we're quite a kind of Jekyll and Hyde side anyway. To be honest, we'll be awful for a couple of games and then produce a blinding performance. So, who knows? Who knows what Wycombe side are going to turn up tomorrow?
I've said in the past about I got a soft spot for Wycombe because I don't know if you know about Curtis Thomas. He's from Nottingham. He lives like 5 minutes away from me, and it's been an amazing journey for Wycombe. Like promotion back to back.
Not quite back to back. We went up in 17-18, and that was when Curtis Thompson first joined at the tail end of that season. And then we sort of struggled to adapt our first season in League One, and had been tipped to finish bottom of League One last season, ended up going up. Curtis Thompson has been a huge part of that, and he's one of the players actually. I mean, we signed him. He got released by Notts County.
He did.
And now, non-league. And he's been one of our best players since signing for us, and he's one of the few players that has really stepped up in the Championship and has really looked like they belong there. So he's doing really well.
Again, John, people keep saying it because you're echoing.
You sound fine to me, mate.
No, look, in the comments, everyone keeps saying I'm echoing from your... Hello. Try and turn it down, Johnny, because I can hear me echoing.
All right, okay, how's that?
Hello. Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about this, people. I know people in the comments keep saying it's echoing.
Should I try putting headphones in?
Yeah, try and do that. Black people, like I said, if you don't know, this is Johnny. He's a Wycombe fan. He's talking about Wycombe season so far. We'll talk about Johnny's channel. I think he's got a website, so we'll talk about that in a minute. Can you hear me, Johnny?
Yeah, I can hear you. Is that any better?
Perfect.
Oh, awesome.
You know what it is? Everyone kept saying, it was echoing. but it's fine now. So let's talk about, like I said, I've got a soft spot for Wycombe, and your manager, Gareth Ayworth, I think he's a talented manager, and I spoke to when we played at York, when you came to here, and I said about he's a good talented manager. What's your opinion on him?
I mean, how long you got? He came in initially as caretaker, and we were in a bad place when he took over, on and off the pitch in a bad place. And he inherited a squad of players who were underperforming. They were on long contracts. So even when he took over, he was hamstrung. There was no money to bring in new players. He had to work with the squad he had. And, 2014, so what's that, 6-7 years ago, we stayed in the Football League on goal difference. And since then, in that summer, he did a root and branch kind of overhaul of the club, how it was done, what things were done on the pitch, off the pitch, the recruitment process, the sort of players we were signing, everything. And it's paid dividends, and every season we've just done a little bit better every season. And I mean, it's to the point where I'm really worried what will happen when he does eventually go. Cause,
that's what I was. Like I said, I thought like he's a talented man. There's no doubt about it. Like with Wycombe, like I said, gone from League Two to Championship in an amazing story. And I like I said, if Wycombe do get relegated, do you think he'll stay on, or do you think he'll go to? I won't say a bigger club, but do you think he'll move to someone, I don't know, like an average team?
That's a good question. I mean, whatever happens, if we don't win another game, score another goal this season, he won't get sacked. I can guarantee that. He's got the safest job in football, probably. But in terms of if he'd take another job, he said in the past it would have to be something really special. I mean, he got interviewed for the Sunderland job. I think that apparently he got offered it and turned them down.
Did he?
Apparently,
okay.
Kind of like rumours, but I think there are. Yeah, eventually he'll probably think, well, this is as far as I can really take Wycombe, and there's certain clubs, QPR, he's got a strong affinity with, and Blackburn, he's a Blackburn Rovers fan. Any club in the Premiership or the top end of the Championship, I think, eventually he's going to want to test himself, and he'd go with our blessing and best wishes. That said, I do, he's happy at Wycombe, and he said it would have to be something really special to leave, and I'm hoping he kind of sees the bigger picture of what the club is trying to do over a period of time. There's a lot of talk about it, regardless of what goes on this season, we're building for the future. And for the first time, since he took over in September 2012, he's actually got a bit of money to spend now and a bit of backing. So I think he would still hang around. I think he want to sort of see this kind of project through a bit longer at least. But yeah, eventually, if he keeps doing what he's doing, it's never.
Sorry. I was just,
No, you're right.
Transfer window just gone. Did you bring any players in?
Quite a good window for us actually. So just earlier in the window, we bought in Admiral Musqui, which is a fantastic name. He's a Zimbabwean international from Leicester.
What?
Admiral Musqui.
Never heard of it.
Don't ask me to spell it. Yeah, well, this is the thing. Ainsworth plays the loan market really well, and he brings in these players that no one's heard of, like their own parents probably haven't heard of them, and he brings them in and they just perform. I mean, he signed Eberechi Eze a few seasons back. No one knew who he was, 17-year-old kid, and he just tore up League Two, and now he's tearing up the Premiership for Palace. He's got a really good eye for a young player, so we brought him in, and he's looked good. He's only scored once, but he's looked lively every game he's played. And then Namdi Ofabor, who's a young central midfielder who's actually signed a pre-contract arrangement to go and join Rangers next season.
Oh, okay.
But we got him. He was on loan from Bournemouth last season. Really good combative midfielder. We've got him on loan for the season, rest of the season. And the one area of our squad where we were lacking was left back cover. Joe Jacobson got injured against Spurs, so we've signed Jordan Abita, who's, I'm sure you guys know all about him. He's an established Championship player and made his debut on Tuesday. Probably one of the few bright spots of that game, which again was dreadful. But he played really well, and he's going to be a good signing for us, hopefully.
So as a Wycombe fan, what's your opinion on Forest's season so far?
Sorry, on Forest season?
Yeah, what's your opinion on Forest's season so far?
It's weird because, this is going to sound disingenuous because I said the same thing to a Derby podcast I went on.
Who?
But this is another team.
Better. That's fine.
But Derby and Forest, because I grew up in the 90s, Derby, Forest and Wednesday, those are the teams I grew up watching on Match of the Day. And so they're teams that, for no reason whatsoever, I've got a soft spot for. And it's really weird seeing those three struggle. And it's kind of upsetting. And I want you three to stay
Tell me
up.
about it. Tell me about it.
And it's really conflicting because I want you to stay up and get back in the Premiership and, get back in Europe. But I also want you to lose every game 10-0 because it will help you. So it's weird. Yeah, it's a weird time for me. I mean, you don't expect to see a team like Nottingham Forest. And, I know, obviously the Premiership was a long time ago now, but for you guys, but it's still weird to see you down there and behind teams that are just, in terms of stature, are not even close to you. And I know there's been a lot of changes, and you've got owners come and go, and a lot of changes at management position. I've got a few mates who are Forest fans who are just want a bit of stability. And I think if that, that's one, I don't think Forest can learn much from Wycombe, but if you look at just having a manager and just sticking with him, because Ainsworth could have gone when he first came in, and we nearly got relegated. But letting a manager build, and maybe it won't be great the first season or the first two seasons, but let them put a side together. And I think if a lot of teams like QPR, Forest, if you just stick with someone, everything else looks like it's there from an outsider looking in. It seems like you've got everything you need. It's a huge club, and it's upsetting in a way.
It is. Listen, tell me about it, Johnny. All Forest fans know it is what it is. But like I said, we're in a relegation battle. just like Wycombe, and everyone, like I said, yes, we won against Coventry, but Wycombe, I think they'll be more up for it because, like I said, Wycombe, like I said, when they came to City Ground, especially the second half, they was, but like when Equifender came on, they was a different team, and I know they've had some surprising results lately as well, but I personally hope Wycombe stay up because, like I said, it's a little soft spot for Wycombe, and I really do hope they do stay up. 3 more questions, Johnny. Where do you think Wycombe will finish the season?
So someone threw something up this morning. Apparently, every team in the league can still finish either top or bottom. I mean, I'll take top at this stage. I think. Realistically, I would love it if we could stay up. It'd be a bigger achievement, really, than going up in the first place. But I'm cynical and jaded, and I've seen a lot of football, and I just think we're doing all right. Generally speaking, the performances have been there. There's not many games where we've been completely outclassed. But I think we're just gonna, like in the Forest game, I think we're just gonna fall a little bit short this season. And so, whether that's bottom or second, bottom or third bottom, doesn't really matter. I think we probably will fall short. But
at least you're honest.
Yeah, but it's all about kind of the long-term impact of going up in the first place, and I think we're going to go down a lot stronger than when we went up. So hopefully we'll be back.
Do you think Forest will go down?
Based on the one Forest game I've seen, which was against us, so maybe not like the best thing to judge you on. I'd say no. I would say Rotherham, just because
they did beat them. They did beat that team.
Yeah, that's the thing. They've strung a few results together, but I think a big thing with Rotherham is they've got a lot of games in hand, which can be useful, but also it's already quite a contracted season. I think maybe we might see fixture congestion kind of work against them ultimately, and I could see them just kind of dropping under that bottom line. And excuse me, and if I had to pick another one, I'd probably say Wednesday. Just because
Wednesday, okay.
Yeah, I just think they're one of the few teams we've beaten this season, and they just don't look sort of. Every other team we've played that's in and around the relegation zone has had that kind of bottle about them, that bit of grit, that bit of determination. And Wednesday's the one team, and again, it's, a team I like, but they're the one team that I remember not looking like they had that, like the players didn't look up for it.
So what's your score prediction for tomorrow? Come on, get it out.
Yeah, actually, I want to be optimistic, but we've got to start going at teams. If we're going to go down, let's go down fighting. So I hope we will go and attack. I hope it won't be like Birmingham, where we just kind of seem to almost settle for a point. That said, I can't see us winning. So I will go for
that gives me confidence. I like Johnny.
You might like me more tomorrow. Depending on how it goes. I'll go for a diplomatic draw, 1-1, I think.
Okay, 1-1. Before you go, Johnny, I know you got is it a website that you do?
All right, no. Well, I'm the editor of the Wanderer fanzine, so that only exists in print, mainly because none of us can work a computer. But we're kind of on hiatus at the moment because there's obviously no one to sell fanzines to. But we are going to, be back.
I put your link at the bottom. I've seen it on Twitter. So I think,
yeah. The fanzine's got a Twitter account. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but what it is, I put Johnny's Twitter account in the bottom link. So if people do want to check Johnny, the link is below. Last but not least, Johnny, I know, like I said, you got promoted. I know you'd be really disappointed that you can't go to games. Gimme.
Sorry, I lost you. Sorry, disappointed.
Oh no, I know. Wycombe got promoted, but are you? I know you'd be more disappointed that you can't go to like away trips to like the big clubs.
Yeah, I mean that's that's been the biggest thing. It's not being able to actually go and see the championship. You know, the first season Wycombe have been in the championship, not being able to go to live games and not go to, you know, the likes of Hillsborough and the City Ground and you know, all these amazing, because it's all big clubs in the championship, especially for Wycombe.
What? I'm disappointed I can't go to Wycombe because that's another thing. Like, well, before you go, Johnny, remember the last time we played you?
The last time was it? You beat us 4-1 in
4-1.
the League Cup.
Yeah. And I lost. And you want to know the story? I lost my ticket.
Oh no!
I lost my ticket. Yeah, I lost. It was a cup game. Once we lost 4-1. I think I lost my ticket and I was gutted. And I'm so like when you won the play. Was it playoffs? Was it the playoffs? Playoff final?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so gutted. But like I said, I know Curtis Thompson, and I was gutted that I couldn't go to Wycombe. But I'm disappointed that I can't go to Wycombe.
Yeah, on the plus side, our car park is pretty notorious, so you won't have to spend 2 hours after the game waiting to get out.
Yeah. But Johnny, it's been a pleasure for you coming to the channel. And like I said, people, his link is below. If you do want to, please do follow his channel on Twitter. But Johnny, it's been a pleasure, and hopefully you got a few tears after quarter to 5 tomorrow.
Yeah, well, probably, yeah. I'll send you a picture of my tear-stained face. There you go.
Johnny, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on.
You too, mate. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. Cheers, dude. So that's Johnny. Like I said, his channel is on below. But I do apologise. There's quite a lot of questions on there. I've seen one. Where's my Julie gone? Shout out to Julie. I miss you too, Julie. Yeah, Johnny. I like Johnny. Really good. But Johnny, yeah, Julie. Thank you. Miss you too, Julie. She's a legend. Her and her partner, legend. Yeah, I can't wait. I really do miss the games. Really do miss the games. At the game, but I'm just like I said, I'm more disappointed that I can't go to Wycombe. I want to go to Wycombe. I really did because, like I said, it's one of them grounds. It's an old school ground, and I know it's not just me. Like all football fans want to go to ground as well. Another prediction as well. 1-0 Forest. Yeah. So tomorrow, big game for Forest. I'll be doing a watch along with Craig. I'll be starting at quarter to 3. The link is already up on YouTube, so please do set a reminder as well if you can. Anything else I need to talk about before I go? Yeah, please do. Can you hit the like button? If you're on YouTube, I know people on YouTube, people on Facebook as well. Please do hit the like button. And if you are new, subscribe if you as well. But yeah, is there any questions before I do go? Like I said, it's a massive game. Hopefully we can do back to back. I know, like I said, we'll beat Coventry, beat Wycombe back to back, and hopefully we can carry on with the performance to go. I had to watch some YouTube. I'm not gonna make cry. Come on, I see you soon. Yeah, I see you soon as well, Julie. Man, like I said, I watch. I don't know if people watch it like on my mainstream. I like to watch the old vlogs as well. People I like to watch my old vlogs as well. But yeah, it is good. Hopefully next season that we can meet up and all that. Right, people, I'm gonna get going. But like I said, tomorrow, 2:45, I'll be on with Craig. Martin's still not well, so I hope Martin gets better. But people, thank you for coming on, and thank you for everyone that watched the stream with Johnny. Like I said, Johnny's stream is below. Please go and follow him on Twitter. But like I said, people, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully another win for Nottingham Forest. And let's have positive vibes. Up the Forest.